Good afternoon. I will begin this graduation ceremony by introducing the distinguished guests on the stage. The Knox County Harlan School Board, President Ms. Shelley Bew, Vice President Mr. Andy Parrish, Secretary Mrs. Carisha Devlin, Treasurer Mrs. Kim Jansen, Member Mr. Jason Doss, Member Mr. Alan Beevler, and Member Mr. Matthew Reel. Our last two prominent guests on the stage are Mr. Alex Van Delft, Knox County High School Principal, and Mr. Layden Force, the commencement speaker. Giving the welcome address this afternoon is Senior Class Secretary Ms. Angela Perez.
Good afternoon, Knox County. I'd like to thank you on behalf of myself and the class of 2024. Thank you for being here and showing your support, not just for me, but also for the students you've shown up for. I remember when I was little and someone said, "Man, really need to put a stack of bricks on your head." And all I could think was, what is this crazy guy going on? Now that is so real, we blink in the Barbies and all those disappear, and they're replaced with responsibilities and expectations. You know, like our teachers have been preparing us. Teachers were honestly like extended family to us, and I don't know where I'd be without them. Whether it's tutoring, making up an assignment, or staying after for extracurriculars. That's what I appreciated most about Knox. They always push you to do your best, and even if you were doing that, they saw that you could go beyond that. They never stopped supporting you, even if you came in with a sour attitude or an outlandish story. Some may have noticed that sour attitude and offered a bit of advice. Miss Blake offered me some after a long day of district solo in hospital. She quoted another big record and shared. So dear one, do your best, forget the rest. I'm so very proud of your bravery and courage to see and play today. This is a starting point, not a finishing point. Oh, the note she'll still sing, oh, the hearts that will still move in the many years yet to come. You are more than enough. Now, I know not all of you can sing it, but it still has a very beautiful message. Someone is always rooting for you, and they are proud and excited to see what you will do and how things will change because of you. Don't stop. It's just another beginning. Pick up your feet and move on to something better than the last. So, I hope when you think back to Knox County, you will remember the accidental camp with an prom on two separate occasions. Miss McNabb being tied in the face by Abby, or maybe getting drenched by hot water at 8 in the morning. Thank you, class of 2023. Whatever it may be, this is our experience, and we shouldn't want to change it. We should strive to learn from it and claim it. It is ours. That's what's astounding, because there have been so many trials and errors for each of us, and we've made it a long and almost painless 13 years. There will be more bumps along the way, but you made it this far. Why not keep pushing? If that one teacher believed in you, just know that you are worth it, and you should believe in yourself. So as my guy Keats would say, it's time, it's time, it's time.
Our featured speaker this afternoon is Mr. Layden Force. Layden is a 2003 graduate of Knox County High School. He attended Central Methodist University as a dual sports student athlete in football and track, finishing his undergraduate degree in agribusiness at the University of Missouri, and later earning a Master's of Business Administration from William Woods University. Post-undergrad, Layden was fortunate to be allowed an opportunity to pursue his dream of working in the outdoors industry. He spent the first 9 years in sales management, marketing, and product development functions for Remington Firearms, Zeiss Sports Optics, and Bowtech Archery. In 2016, he transitioned to the media side of the industry, where he operated as the publisher and general manager editor of North American Whitetail and Gun Dog magazines, while also operating as an executive producer and co-host of North America Whitetail TV and Wild Uplands TV on the Outdoor Channel. In 2023, Layden became the Vice President of Operations for the Marketing Service and Production Division of Expedition Enterprises, while operating as an executive producer and co-host of their international production, The Given Right TV, on the Sportsman Channel. Ladies and gentlemen, Layden and his wife Jordan have been fortunate enough to spend most of their adult life in northern Shelby County, where they raised their 3 sons, Stone, Wilder, and Zeke. Please join me in a warm welcome home for one of our own, Mr. Layden Forrest.
Well, Mr. Keebler and Mr. Knox, it took 21 years, but they finally let us back on the stage. Fancy us being here together. I will warn you ahead of time, I'm going to ask for a little participation from the graduates right here in front of us and also the audience, so please join me. Hello, thank you, class of 2024. It's an honor and a privilege to be standing here in front of such an accomplished group of Knox County graduates. I would also like to say it's a true privilege to be invited back by my community to celebrate or contribute to celebrating your graduation today. I would like to thank all of you for the opportunity and say it's just pretty darn cool. When Mr. Mandel reached out to me about this opportunity, the first thing that came to my mind was, holy smokes, it's been 21 years since I said this. I'm pretty sure that in your minds that probably classifies me as old. So it was a little humbling. However, as disappointing as that moment was for me, the more important thought was, how do I pack 21 years of mistakes and recovery into 10 minutes of conversation, and more importantly, 10 minutes of conversation that might remember one thing more. It was tough. I say that knowing that there are 30 plus graduates in front of me that are probably more concerned about the hamburgers and cards of cash and their graduation parties today. It may have been 21 years, but some things will never change. I get it. So when I considered what I wanted to talk about, it kept coming down to 3 major topics. Every one of them just hit me in my soul. Those 3 things are this: graduate pay attention. Number 1, failure. Number 2, grit. And number 3, love. Do me a favor, graduates. Pop quiz. Repeat those 3 things. Number 1, failure. Number 2, grit. And number 3, love. Before I dive in, I would like to note the foundations and lessons of each of these topics were constructed right here in these hallways, in the classrooms that they've met, right here in the gymnasium, out on the track, out on that football field, on the gravel roads, and in the ag fields that make Knox County Knox County. Second, I would tell you that these topics are more than just topics. They have become tools that I've used to manage school, work, friendships, and life. They are little pieces of this community that have helped me navigate my adult life since graduating. That said, let's dig in. Failure. It's not the idea of failure that I want to discuss with you, because there's no doubt it's going to happen. Instead, it's the reality of failure and your ability to manage life in a way that leads to success when failure occurs. At the age of 18, sitting in your seat, I didn't think failure was an option. As a matter of fact, it was the fear of failure that often drove me. It drove how I went about my day, how I prepared for situations and tasks in my life, and in some cases, the thought of failure would even keep me from attempting the opportunity that was in front of me. I mean, it bugs me to even say that today. Coming from a community full of successful people, I thought that the act of failing was rare, and I thought I didn't realize it, but it even kept me from allowing for it to limit my enjoyment of life at times. I was wrong. You see, failure is very much so a reality, but what I've come to realize then is that failure can shift from a negative context to a positive context and can be the motivation that leads to amazing success. I need to ask for a show of hands, and this is everyone. How many in here know of a man by the name of Michael Jordan? Chicago Bulls guard. Plenty of them. Michael Jordan was a 6-time NBA champion, 6-time Finals MVP, 5-time NBA MVP, 14-time NBA All-Star, 9-time NBA All-Defensive First Team, and 10-time All-NBA First Team. Arguably, and I apologize in advance for all the LeBron fans in the building, but MJ was the best player to ever play the game in basketball. That said, in his best year, the 1990-91 season, Michael Jordan's field goal percentage was just 53.9%. That means he only made 1/2 of the shots that he took. So every shot that he made, he missed one or failed. Had MJ feared those misses, worried over them, or even stopped shooting because of them, he never would have became the greatest player to ever play the game. I hope my point is taken. I need another quick show of hands, and this one's for the graduates. How many of you have social media? So I expect. Statistics say that 95% of U.S. high school students have social media. 40% of them use it constantly. How many of you use social media today? See, this is why I fear failure as it pertains to you guys as graduates. Whether it's the Gram, Snapchat, TikTok, or even Facebook, social media is filled with a constant feed of a false projection that every one of your friends list lives a failure-free, filter-covered perfect. As a guy that manages 2 businesses who make their living in building visually stimulating content and creative assets, largely for social media, let me tell you, don't leave behind. Know that not everything is roses and unicorns. Hear me loud and clear on this one. I'm not saying to lay down if you fail, to be okay with failure. I'm saying know that failure is real, that it will occur. Respect it, find comfort in it, and use it to make you and your life better. Don't let failure, or more importantly, someone else's opinion of your failure, consume your mind or your soul negatively. Don't let it dictate the steps that you will or won't take in life. Be bigger than failure. One of my favorite quotes comes from a guy by the name of Menges. He said, "It's not failure that defines you. It's how you respond to the failure that defines the person you are." Second, grit. On the heels of that message around failure, I'd be remiss if I didn't share the importance of grit, resilience, and tenacity. When failure happens, and it will, you have to be able to get up and take the next step. Let me tell you another story. A story of a lady that used to walk these hallways. And that person is largely responsible for claiming the mentality of a never die, gritty work ethic and recipe for success in many KC graduates like you and I. In March of 1976, a group of Knox County high school girls rallied from a 9-point deficit to win the 2A girls basketball state championship. That team, complete with incredible talent from freshmen to seniors, had a special character trait that led them to beat schools 3 times their size in enrollment, like now Class 5 Springfield Kickapoo and St. Louis's McClure North. One member of that team, Kathy Stevenson-Turpin, went on to become a 4-year starter for the University of Missouri Lady Tigers basketball team, earned a national championship as the head coach of the Augustana women's basketball team, coached multiple other tournament appearances at the collegiate level, earned a PhD, and achieved many other notable accomplishments. And a quote from the 2016 article celebrating the 40th reunion of the state championship, Kathy said these words: "Hustle is not a talent. It's not a skill. It just takes a lot of heart. Our team in 1976 was a team that was willing to outwork people. Coach Carol Gross was the reason for that. She said we were going to work harder than everyone else." When I read that quote, it makes me tingle with emotion. Some 25 to 30 years after that state championship, Coach Gross was my high school track coach. Her mentality never changed. Never changed. Every day, regardless of what occurred the day before or what failure we had experienced, we were going to outwork the school that was next to us. Her sharing and implementation of that mentality led to many academically and athletically successful Knox County students who achieved success in many different facets of life. favorite saying of Coach Gross's was, "One more thing." She was infamous for pushing you through your last bit of energy, your last step. And just when you thought you couldn't do any more, she would pose the encouraging challenge. One more. Though Coach Gross has now passed after one heck of a bout with cancer, no surprise that she fought that hard. I can reassure that she would share the same message with you. One more. Whether it's one more study session for your Econ 101 class next year, another rep at climbing the pole for your lineman's exam, one more round of practicing your big play or big musical, another day of tough football practice, one more email, one more phone call, or the last step that you need to take to get out of the rough spot in your life, find that Knox County grit and take the Coach Gross approach. One more. Love. 3 forms of love I want to talk to you about. Loving yourself, loving others, and others' love for you. When I talk about love for yourself, I don't mean walking into a room full of people and telling them you're God's gift to the world. Instead, I mean it in the capacity of keeping your mind, body, and soul in a healthy state. I'll tell you a story of another amazing lady who walked the halls of this school. Her name was Esty Ivy. Well beyond her 60s, Esty would walk, run, or bike the distance between Edina and Marion and back multiple times a week. In her capacity as a teacher's aide, she would constantly encourage the exercise of self-discipline. In order for you to love others, you first have to prioritize and make constant your own matters, your own mind, your own body, your own health. Over the years, it's been amazing to me that when I have dedicated myself to practicing her challenge of self-discipline, the positive results that come to those around me and for myself. Loving others. I've traveled a lot of places across this country and even internationally, with the common feedback that I get from folks in all those places being that people from the Midwest are authentic, honest, respectful, and naturally loving people. We are blessed to come from a community where this is ingrained into our upbringing and our character traits. I encourage you to hide this from the world. The world is arguably in the most divisive state it's ever been. The world is in need of your natural appreciation for people and authentic nature. As you disperse from this county, I challenge you to lead by example, demonstrate respect for others, and display compassion, even in the toughest of situations. Doing so, you will change the world. One person, one class, one state, maybe even one country. Our love for you, audience, this is where I need your help again. Let me ask you a question. If at any point in the next 10 years, one of these graduates in front of us would come to you and say that they need your help getting through a tough spot in their life, please raise your hand if you'd be glad to help. Students, I want you to see that. I want you to know that these people around you have love, appreciation, and respect for you as members of this community and as graduates of Knox County. It will last far beyond today. Remember that quote that I read by state champion Kathy Stevenson-Turpin? She followed that quote with this: "We enjoyed it. People believed in us, so we believed in ourselves." The same applies here for you. We believe in you, and we love you. You will always have a support system here in us that is ready to root you on and be your foundation as you change the world. So graduates, one more pop quiz. You gotta talk a little louder. All right? Repeat these 3 with me. Number 1, failure. Number 2, grit. And number 3, love. Not too good. A little bit louder. Thank you. In closing, I would share the following analogy. The world ahead of you is your canvas, and you are the paintbrush that will paint a unique landscape. Sure, you will have some missed strokes, you might even paint outside the lines a little bit, but keep painting. If it gets tough to paint, make one more stroke, and then one more, and then another. Share your beautiful picture with the world, and know that all of us here will be sharing that love and excitement with you. Graduates, congratulations. Know that we are proud of you. I will leave you with this last challenge. Dream big, stay ready, and fly Eagles fly. Thank you.
I am pleased to announce the honor graduates for the class of 2024. To graduate with summa cum laude honors, a student must have a 3.95 or above GPA, a minimum score of a 22 on the ACT, and a rigorous course of study. Each student earning the status of graduate with summa cum laude honors will stand to be recognized. The first student earning summa cum laude honors is Colin Hayes, son of Kelly Hayes and Lacey Hayes. The next student earning summa cum laude honors is Lane James, daughter of AJ James, and James James. The final student earning summa cum laude honors is Agnes Reel, daughter of Matt and Alex Reel. To graduate with magna cum laude honors, a student must have between a 3.5 and a 3.74 GPA and a minimum score of a 22 on the ACT and a rigorous course of study. Each student earning the status of graduate with magna cum laude honors will stand to be recognized. Earning magna cum laude honors is Abigail Becker, daughter of Robert Becker and Annie Kessler. At this time, it is my honor to welcome the class of 2024 senior class speaker. She's the daughter of Robert Becker and Annie Kessler. Please welcome the senior class president, Ms. Abigail Becker. Mrs. View, members of the Board of Education, the Superintendent Urgent, parents, and guests, I hereby certify that these members of the senior class of 2024 have met the requirements set forth by the Knox County Board of Education, the Missouri State Board of Education, and the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education. James Kevin Aldridge. Cadence Deanne Baker. Abigail Rose Becker. Nicholas Dean Benjo. McKenna Ann Browning. Zamarian Marquez Dameron. Robert Dean Dooley. Shelby Diane Hughes. Hannah Jo Green. Shooter James Griffith. Colin Emery Hayes. Austin Skylar Heath. Michaela Faith Hedinger. Natalie Joy Howard. Lane Alicia James. Tegan Leanne Mallett. Bayla Lynn Miller. Gabriel Joseph Nimitz. Diana Elizabeth Ogden. Emma Marie Parrish. Angela Felicity Perez. Agnes Elizabeth Riedel. Savannah Lindsay Schrag. Tenley Ember Shaw. Isabella Sheridan Strange. Eli Robert Domain. Kimberlyn Lee Yoder. At this time, please move your tassels from your right side to the left as a symbol of graduation. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the class of 2024.